Good afternoon. My name is Tom Brinsnoff, Certified Master Mechanic out of Reading, Pennsylvania. Today we're going to talk about how to change your power steering pump. Now, a few things you need to keep in mind. When you change power steering pump, you do need to have a pulley remover and installer kit. These usually cost running around $100 for a good one, $160 for a top of the line. You can pick them up in your parts store. Relatively cheap side might cost you $40, $50. But without this, you definitely cannot do the job. Here's a typical pump from Ford pickup. Most Fords use the same thing. What happens is these pulleys are pressed on here, and you have to use this tool to remove the pulley so you can get to these three bolts that hold it in. And most pumps are the same way. They're held in by three bolts, and they've got the pulley up front. But you remove your belt from your belt tensioner. You put your ratchet in it, take the tension off, remove your belt. Use your tool, and each tool comes with instructions on how to use it. If you're not comfortable going out and buying a tool like this, then I suggest taking it to your local garage. Most of them, everyone will have equipment for that. But you take your pulley off, take your bolts off, your two lines in the back, you have your return line and your main feed line. This one's held on with a clamp, this one's held on with a nut. You just spin that nut off. And it's just a reverse process of putting it back in. You always want to make sure before you start the vehicle back up, you fill this up to about here with power steering fluid. Before you start the vehicle up, you'll damage the pump on the inside. Really not that difficult. Most vehicles take an hour or two to change them. But as long as you have the tools and equipment and the patience, you can get it done.